What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the Kliqpod. It's Meme Dean, JG, in the booth again. Don't call it a comeback because it's not a comeback. We've been back. We're here for Extreme Rules 2018 prediction show, live here on YouTube. Want to welcome you all to join the chat. Always check us out everywhere. We always say that, right?
Literally everywhere, man.
JG is always holding down the YouTube side of things. He's running with our Monday Night Raw, Tuesday Night SmackDown live reviews, as well as a lot of our social media on Twitter at Kliqpod and Facebook, the Kliq Podcast, Ashy Outsiders. Good to be back, man.
Yeah, it's good to be back, man. Shit, we haven't been in the booth forever, bro.
Forever.
Since Mania?
Yes, it's Mania, but I mean, you can't even count that.
That's not even
Mania.
Yeah, it's a Mania thing.
Yeah.
Shit, and we're actually going to have some booth sessions before today, so that's going to be crazy for the fans.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Again, as always, check us out on iTunes, Automatic, Stitcher, on Patreon as well. I would say throw us to Washington. We only post a couple things on there a month, so $2 of your money will go to a good cause, the cause of making our ass famous.
Not even that, man. We're also probably in the Bible, so if you decode the Bible, it literally says the Kliqpod podcast. So.
Yeah, my name's in the Bible already.
That is a fact, man. Mine is not, so we can't roll with that.
It is.
I know. But with that being said, man, as always, what is up, Kliqpod Nation, man? And a huge shout out to my boy Graphics Flam, as always, doing big things. If you're not following him on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, what are you doing with your life? Go ahead and take care of that.
And I'm always on Twitch as well, doing a lot of Fallout. Just finished Fallout as well. I'm going to jump back into WWE 2K18. Going to rebook WWE here pretty shortly. It is Stream Ream Week, so check us out.
So why don't you explain Stream Ream Week to everybody?
Stream Ream is basically a group. Well, it was Streamgasm. Somebody took that. Stream Ream is basically a group of streamers who are going to be streaming 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Specifically this coming week. This is the start of Stream Ream, Extreme Rules Prediction Show 2018, as well as the other stuff we're going to be doing, Pipe Bomb Wrestling.
Yeah,
pretty
man.
much everything.
Dude, this is going to be crazy, man. We even have a roundtable session. Crazy thing is we don't even have a format for it. So, like, this is all just literally going off the crazy games.
Biggie and Tupac. Wait a minute. Can I say that?
Yeah, man, that's illegal. We ain't gonna, I don't know. Government might be looking for me, but they're not looking for you, man. So
yeah, well, they don't have any hard phones to tap anymore, right?
I know, man. But with that being said, man, it has been forever since we have talked, man. These guys always know how I feel about what the upcoming shows. I mean, I'm all over these shits.
Yep.
Giving them hell. But with that being said, man, how do you feel about just the overall card for tonight?
It's pretty weak, I'd have to say. I mean, there's some good matches which we'll jump into, we'll explain, but I mean, let's compare it to old Extreme Rules for right now. I mean, what would you say is like the best Extreme Rules pay-per-view that you've seen?
Oh, man. So first off, I want to clear it up for them young bucks. No, we're not like these old timers who are just like, everything should be like it used to be. No, we adapt to the ages. What we're just trying to say is it should be more extreme. Man, the best for me.
It's tough. Because Extreme Rules, when did that start? Like 2008?
Yeah. But see, and then I have a technical bias right this minute because I just watched 09 today when you came over. So as of this minute, that's the only thing rolling through my head really is that Edge and Jeff Hardy match, which, man, every time you can watch that over and over on repeat and you never get sick of it. And then to top it out, CM Punk tops off the pay-per-view by coming out to win the championship. I mean, so.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good one. And I walked in and watched some of that. That was awesome. I'd have to say none would be accurate for me.
None?
I don't know, man. I mean, there are some good matches that came out of those pay-per-views. I'm cool with that. The pay-per-view itself, the essence of Extreme Rules has never been what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying people got to get hit in the head with chairs. I'm not saying people got to bleed all over the place or do these crazy career-threatening moves or anything or matches. But you're right, man. Just have a fucking Extreme Rules match. Like, I mean, sometimes you see harder shit on Raw, and Raw's not good. So it's tough to say.
For me, man, it's tough, man. Like you're saying, it's tough. Because first off, I don't feel the stipulations warrant this to even be called Extreme Rules. I feel this should just be a regular pay-per-view. It It's just we have a couple stipulations match thrown in.
I think this is, and I'm going to throw out a conspiracy. Maybe this is for Pipe Bomb, but I think TNA initially created this whole idea of like, let's name our pay-per-views after a lot of things we do, like Destination X, Hardcore Justice, things like that, right? That's fine. And then WWE adapted to Hell in a Cell and Month Well Money, the big separate thing, and then
But
Extreme
no, you're
Rules
right,
and
because
all
Money
that
in the Bank became its own. It was originally on WrestleMania's
stuff.
card.
It's a possibility that TNA did that on purpose and they fucked WWE that way because WWE now has to hold to a certain standard based on their pay-per-view.
That's so true, man.
So
That is absolutely true. And
Could be Jarrett's crowning achievement.
yeah, I guess so, dude. It's just a bummer, man, because looking at the card lineup tonight, I mean, there's like 3 or 4 stipulation matches. None of the main events are stipulation matches. Hell, if anything, the women have the best stipulations in their matches tonight, minus the 30-minute Iron Man. But like I said on, I think, Monday Night Raw review, I think it should be a 60-minute Iron Man. I don't think there's such thing as a 30-minute Iron Man. Right. A good match should go 20 minutes at least anyway.
Sure. Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's just little things like that.
It's tough to say. I mean, honestly, I wish they would just kind of fall back into some of their old stuff. Like, you can make the argument that Armageddon was more of an extreme pay-per-view. Yeah. I mean, bring back the Armageddon name. And that way you don't get held to a certain standard.
That's it, too. Yeah. You have a really great point there, actually. And, man, there was something behind the Armageddon. I mean, the Armageddon was... Who was the first Armageddon? Was that the first Kane and Undertaker?
1999 was when Armageddon came out. I think I did that review. And Taker
versus somebody.
Yeah, it was Taker was featured in the majority of the Armageddon.
Because and that's the good thing. It was based around the character, so it made more sense to me. You didn't have more individual matches than
right. Well, and that was not that particular one, but Armageddon. They had the 4-way tag team ladder match where Joey Mercury got his face
smashed open. Exactly. That thing exploded.
They had an Inferno match with MVP and Kane, shit like that. That was also Armageddon was when they had that 6-man Hell in a Cell match with all the big
right. Dang, man. Yeah, they were doing some good stuff. Yeah. But with the talent they have now, man, I mean, you could have really made this match. You could have made tonight phenomenal. Even if you wanted to make AJ the co-main event and go ahead and make Dolph and Seth the main event with an hour time limit, I think that would have just improved it single-handedly. Sure. Because we know something huge is going to come out of this match.
That's true. Yeah, and I'm looking for a big McIntyre push, but we'll definitely get to all of that. What I want to do is go ahead and start off with a few matches. We'll talk about them. We'll give our predictions. And at the end, we'll kind of sum it up. But pre-show, what do you think about the Cien Sin Cara match?
For me, this is one that should definitely have a stipulation on it. Stipulations should have been something along the lines of a street fight. With how much damage they've done to each other, well, Cien's done to Sin Cara. It should have ended up in a street fight, but it didn't. But I do expect, with this being Cien's first real moment on the big card, well, still the low show, but you know what I mean, being on the big roster, I think he's going to do some spectacular things, and I just think these two work well together. So I mean, I have medium expectations for them.
Agreed. Yeah, I'd say it's medium to low for me as well, only because WWE hurts their own product every time they bring a big name out of NXT. I mean, I'm really not even looking forward to Aleister Black or any of the there to come out of NXT because they're so good right now. I mean, how bad do you think they're going to fuck up Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano? Absolutely. So I don't have high expectations, even though Cien's always had like great matches on NXT. Yeah. And I'm just not a huge Sin Cara fan because it's not the real Sin Cara. But I heard he was a bitch anyway. So. But at the same time, I mean, it's a pre-show match. I mean, hopefully it'll set the tone. That was the idea initially years ago when WWE started making these pre-shows. It was quite simply that let's set the tone for what the pay-per-view is going to be. There's no stipulation of this, so I don't know how you're setting the tone.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I say, I don't know how it's going to set the tone for the evening. I just think the in-ring work should be good.
Sure. Yep.
I'm not looking for a lot. I mean, shit, I expect this 5 to 10 minutes. You know, we're gonna have to listen to the panel talk more than anything else on the show. So
Yeah. Good old Renee. What is David Otunga still doing on the table?
dude, what is Josh Rosen, whatever, on the panel for? And then the other dude with damn hair, like, and they're just like main. Okay, that we're not here for that. We're not here for that. Then don't let me digress on the panel right now. We could save that for a pipe bomb.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm like, because the panel should be us, JD, maybe a couple more people they want to throw in there. I mean, they got Tommy Guns. That would be actually, if we could get that far in life, I mean, that would be the reunite.
Right.
Because he'd make enough money to be able to be like, yo, we can do this.
So,
hey, shout out TG too, man.
Yeah, of course. Who's winning?
Sin. He loses.
How do you put Sin Cara over at all?
I don't know, man. This is the first time we've seen him in ages anyway. Shit. I forgot he was off the roster.
Random fucking matches.
Random as shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why it's just.
Should have been for his match. Let's just get the end of Sin Cara.
For sure. Yeah.
Shit.
I mean, if his best move is jumping on a trampoline.
He can't even do that right half the time.
There you go. Yep. The last match on the pre-show, it would be the New Day versus Sanity in a tables match. That one does have a stipulation. I'm going to kick it off with something here. I think the New Day is over. That's my opinion. I'm not saying they need to break up in crazy fashion. I'm not saying they have to do anything like that. My problem is when you have a group that's what? How many champions? 4-time champions, 5-time tag team champions, the longest reigning tag champs of all time, and then you stick them on a pre-show? For what?
I don't know.
I mean,
dude, this is where they used to put them in the Usos, and they would always be the best match on the card for the longest.
Yeah, but the Usos went up.
I know, but this is how we build Sanity. I got high hopes for Sanity. That's why I guess I'm just a little different on this.
I'm a huge fan of Killian Dane. Alexander Wolf's all right, and of course EY.
EY is EY, yeah. If you don't like EY, that's on you.
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
That's on you. Man, chat, shout out real quick. What do you think about what Mean Dean just said? Do you think New Day's over, or do you think they're just, or do you think this is just something to build that Sanity push? But I like where you go with this, because at the same time, I don't want to say they're dead, but I do think you need to make a push for Big E and Alexander.
Yeah, something.
Or Xavier. Sorry, Xavier. I mean, Xavier.
I don't care if it's big. I know Kofi's not getting pushed here.
No, we can't see Kofi pushed anymore. Shouldn't even been in the ladder match.
Thank you. But Xavier and Big E definitely, and they always do if we're doing single matches, you guys pick who it's going to be, that's fine. But I mean, let them branch out a little bit. I'd like to see some run-ins and things like that on an individual basis. Even if you separated them between Sanity and New Day, that's fine. I'd like to see a Big E and EY match. I'd love to see a fucking Xavier and EY match.
That would be amazing. See, and not only that, I'd like to see Killian and fucking Big E. I think because Big E has the power to work so well with them, and they both are very agile big men, quick as shit. I think this is what they should do, the WWE with New Day. I think that honestly, Xavier and Big E should turn on. Xavier and Big E should turn on Kofi and start the split. But with this being said tonight, I actually have high expectations. We know the New Day is phenomenal in these matches. I think this is a huge shot for really Sanity to show themselves. We already know what they can do in NXT. We've already seen very similar matches. Look at Killian's last match he just had. Freaking at first I didn't like that they kept them off the show so long, but now I do, because since they've been on the show, even though they can't seem to win a fucking match, they have made impactful, memorable moments.
Yes. But Sanity doesn't need to win.
No.
They proved that in NXT. Yeah. I mean, if you remember back to War Games, we watched that.
Yeah.
And that was a fucking insane pay-per-view. And none of them had to win, but they all made their footprint. They all left.
Yeah. And that's what I wanted, was footprint. They got the footprint I wanted. So with that being said, man, I am picking. I'm gonna pick Sanity with the upset tonight.
Who do you think's gonna get somebody from the table? To me, it's gotta be Dane.
Xavier goes through the table.
She always does.
And Dane put them through.
Yeah, that's all right. I like that. I'll go with Sanity too. I think the New Day is not necessarily overplayed, but the one thing that keeps the times, and it's like we're kind of over the whole pancake thing. Those are just kids, so.
I just think they just need a heel run at this point, but they're too good with the kids.
Yeah.
They're too good with the kids.
Yeah, that is the one thing that could destroy your career in WWE is if you prove yourself as a worthy person to your 8 to like 68 demographic. That's like then you're stuck there.
Yeah, and that's it, man. I mean, especially with them too, because Xavier's channel, Up Up Down Down. I mean, that is the most friendliest shit. He's always doing fun shit. How could you ever present yourself as being a bad guy to me? So, I mean, hey, at least we pick Insanity to win. It better be good to close out this pre-show.
I hope so.
Should have been the first. I think it should have been the first match on the big card.
I agree. Yep,
Set the tone.
Yep.
Tone setter.
Well, we've gotten through the pre-show. Let's jump on to the main show here.
It's an accomplishment getting through that.
Yeah. Finn Balor, Baron Corbin. Sorry, should I say the Constable?
Constable.
I fucking hate that, man.
See, and I love that, man. I love the Constable. I love the look. I love how he doesn't wrestle in that attire anymore. He's in business attire, even with regular shoes. That just reminds me, like I say on the reviews, man, that reminds me of old school Ric Flair when he come to the ring, get these impromptu matches, he just take off his jacket real quick, unbutton his shirt so he can take them chops, and let's roll, man. And I like how it's being worked. I like that he's abusing his power, but not to the extent that most would. It's just enough to irritate Finn Balor.
Yeah.
I think the build-up at times was good, at times was missed. But with that being said, I think these two actually work well together in the ring. I think Finn's just somebody who can work with any size person.
Always
take a beat. And Corbin's been really laying nice beatings lately. Last week, he was very shitty on Monday. But the last 2 weeks before that, he looked really good. So I have an upset. I don't know what I perceive as an upset with the Constable win.
Okay. It's not that I don't like the Constable. I don't like the character because I like the way Corbin plays the character.
Okay.
I don't like the character itself.
Okay.
Only because it's too reminiscent for me of Corporate Kane.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just like, all right, we've seen this shit.
Yeah.
But there's a swagger that Corbin carries with himself that makes it a little bit better than Corporate Kane.
See, I like that, and I think his promos are smoother as a Constable. Like he's playing maybe more of himself in real life.
Agreed. So I would say, I would also agree that Corbin's going to go over. I would say that Finn can lose at any point in time to anybody now. They've proven that.
Yeah.
He's not unstoppable anymore. He's not the demon anymore. There's no reason to give him the demon.
Do we see the demon tonight?
No.
We're never going to see it again, do we?
Probably not. Yeah. Unless it's like
main event.
10 years from now is like,
let's do
I'm coming out with my cane and shit.
They're talking about we might see him again soon. So,
but yeah, I would say just for the sake of continuing the Constable storyline, continuing the Authority storyline with Stephanie, you're right. I think it's going to be Corbin.
Yeah.
Interesting. What do you think about the SmackDown Women's Championship match, Carmella versus Asuka with James Ellsworth in the Shark Cage?
We're having a reunion show pretty much right now. I'm trying to not lose my fucking mind. You guys know how I feel, man. Money in the Bank, Asuka was buried, man. I told you I didn't care how it ended. I had already heard the rumors. I'd even talked about it. If I heard the rumors, Asuka's career is done. Sorry, I'm smacking my mic and shit. It's buried. You lost all nostalgia for Asuka. I don't give a shit how Carmella won. There's no way Asuka can come out of losing to Flair. That's fine. Flair's upper echelon. Nobody's going to really take away from her. But I had the feeling that would ruin everything for her. Unfortunately, then the next pay-per-view where she gets a shot, we think they're going to correct it. No, she loses not only from staring at James Ellsworth, which isn't even the fucking part that gets me, but from a kick that is somehow gold. That is somehow unbeatable right now. All it takes is one kick to Asuka's head. The woman who took beat downs matches with Amber Moon, fucking. Sorry, that's all I could think right now because that was her. That was like, that's her exiting. But everything we've seen Asuka do, man, and you allowed that one kick to beat her. At least if she should have lost, it should have been like a progression of things. A distraction and a kick to the head should not beat fucking Asuka. I get it if she like, kicks up, starts to get back up, and then we get a second kick.
Yeah.
Then I could have handled it better. I get it. You show she's good enough. She's strong enough to beat the first one. I get she was distracted. She's woozy when she's getting back up. She receives the second finisher. We're done. Get it. So you fucked it up. Now we have James Ellsworth. Our stipulation is James Ellsworth above the fucking ring. Did I not see this with Jericho?
And that's how we did a review on that.
We did, yes. We
and
reviewed that.
I was like, Jericho, you didn't even see Jericho half the
Yeah.
time.
And that was a good one. That's one of the better ones because you seen KO trying to grab for Jericho. Remember, KO was holding onto the thing when he gets taken out. Wasn't that against Roman?
Yeah.
And that's actually a match that I had no problems with Roman. Like, so even though I'm a hater, yes, a Roman hater, there are times I will give him credit. But Carmella is shitty in the ring. Her promos are hit and miss. Sometimes I will give her, she drops some fire sometimes. But then she comes back and the next two promos are fucking shit and shit. She kills you. James Ellsworth, this stipulation is all garbage.
Who's winning this match, bud? Wait, I know who it better be, but who do you?
Yeah, my heart tells me you know who I want to see win is Asuka, but this is a prediction show, so I can't sit here and just go off my heart. I have to go off of what I would play the bookies by. And Mella walks away the fucking champ again. Asuka's career continues to get buried. We see her in next thing we're gonna see her in lingerie fucking matches again. They're bringing them back for Asuka and whoever she faces.
That's all right.
Yeah, she's gorgeous, but I know I watched it with somebody and they said she was ugly. What do you want, crack, dude?
Yeah. So when I saw Ellsworth come back, it took me back to the last Money in the Bank that I reviewed. It's like one of my last YouTube video reviews for pay-per-view.
Isn't that one that got like 2,000 hits?
Like
2,000 views. We need to get more like that, guys.
2017, and I just remember how pissed I was. I had to record it twice because I fucked up and hit a button after slamming my hands on the computer. So here's my point. I think the Ellsworth storyline should be done and over with. Yes, any woman on the roster can beat his ass.
We know this.
Time and time again.
We know he's not a man. Hell, I could beat his ass, and I'm scrawnier than hell.
Yeah, exactly. And the one thing that gets me is when you are a WWE executive and you think, what is our main goal here? Obviously, it's to entertain, but it's about money. It's always about money. So, does James Ellsworth wrong? And my response to that is absolutely fucking not. I mean, with the Impact, he couldn't hang there.
No. Dude, people he hasn't even been selling out indie shows.
Thank you. Yep, exactly. My point is that I think Ellsworth is in this match period, and we all know he's going to drop something.
That's what I'm afraid of.
We already know.
Here comes the brass knuckles.
Yeah, exactly.
The toe ring. She's going to drop a toe ring.
Yeah.
She's going to take off her shoes, put it on, give her the toe flick to the face.
Oh, my God.
That'd be so gross.
So, I have a little bit different feelings about Mella, just a little bit slightly different. I think you're right. Promos, I think she could be better. She's not better. And honestly, I don't have a problem with Mella holding the belt. And I think her kick is all right because she puts a lot of her body into it. But there's something to be said about Asuka and how her reactions are in the ring to those kicks, which is great. She sells. But also, what are you doing with her legacy as a performer? You're not giving it injustice.
No.
I mean, at least with Shinsuke's turnaround gave the Bill thing, which was great. But how do you bring these? I can't even put into words how big these guys are in Japan. And how do you take that out of their realm and say, okay, we're going to bring you here, we're going to make you bigger, and you're worse off than you were before? The only person who can come out of Japan and become that guy is Adrian. He's not even Japanese.
Yeah.
And I think that Mella is a good champion. Not a great champion. I think she's a typical woman champion, like a Becky Lynch or like a Bailey or somebody like that, who can hold the belt, who can do decently with it, who can have okay matches. That's fine. But Asuka Asuka's legacy is being fucked, and that's just kind of the way it is. My prediction for the win-loss, I actually think Asuka's going to take it.
Hope so, man.
I don't have expectations that she will, but I really do think she will.
And it's not just Mela for me, man. It's as I say on these reviews, man. We're still living in the golden age. And what I'm referring to by golden age is I'm not referring to the stuff from the past. I'm referring to women with blonde hair being the fucking champion, holding the belt for a amount of time. And when we get somebody with any other fucking colored hair, they maybe get it for a month, like, or their push gets killed, like, and that's what it feels like. Just another one of those. So even if she gets it tonight, man, there's still SummerSlam around the corner. She'll get her automatic rematch. I'm afraid she'll just give it back then. Like, I just don't. You have so much women talent. Let's spread it out. It's like Alexa Bliss. Oh, we're gonna talk about that in a minute. So let me not even get into that part.
Yeah, but you're right, man. Alexa Bliss, Charlotte, those are the two that hold the belt for quite a long time. Naomi is one exception. She held the belt longer than I thought she would, but it's like these are just two blonde chicks wrestling. Like, what about the Becky? I'm okay with Becky holding it again.
Yeah, me too.
I'm okay with Bayley holding it again.
Sasha needs the belt. There's no woman I think needs the belt more than Sasha right now, and not for her because she deserves it, man. The shit she does for this show, week in, week out. Yo, Charlotte doesn't take all these vicious ass whooping and have to do all these. Like, Charlotte's high risk maneuvers are very set. We know it's going to be 3 or 4 moves. She's going to do the moonsault. She might throw in a couple other things. Sasha will throw her whole body on the line and show you new shit all the time that she is constantly developing, showing her, in my opinion, that she is the best woman performer that we have on the show. But yet she gets the screw job. Like right now, since we're not going to talk about it because somehow she's not in this pay-per-view, her doing this bullshit with Bayley. All of a sudden, we're doing Team Hell No all over again. Not only with the team, but with the fucking Bayley and Sasha.
If WWE, not to get off topic, but if WWE does it right, which is tough because they don't always do it right. Most of the time, they don't.
No. That's why we were invented.
If we stay patient as fans on this whole Bayley Sasha thing, I'm thinking once they finally get to the point of their match, it's going to be fire.
See, that I 100% agree with you, but the part is like, why are we being so patient with this storyline when it builds itself? You don't need these therapists. They are naturally like, it's almost as if it's real life. That's how I feel when I watch it. At times, it's almost cringeworthy to me. Not for the fact that it's two women arguing with each other or anything like that. It's cringeworthy because even though we know they're friends, most likely behind the scenes, it feels like there's really like a jealousy and a hatred for one another going on right now. So that's why these women man.
Sasha's heel roll, you don't need all this.
No, you're good. Leave Sasha babyface. She's perfect right now.
I don't know.
Go heel Bayley. I love heel Bayley right now. Heel Bayley is so good. Like, she needs it. She needs it. Like, come on. Her character's so flat. Like, now she could be a bitch. When she comes out to the hugger, she should just run over there and like stab him or rip him down or some shit. When she goes to give a man a hug, be like an old school Mr. Perfect or something, and just wave him off at the last second, walk away. Like, you're right. I'm like, oh man, and that's actually good, man. I think we'll maybe discuss that a little bit more on a later recording, man. The Sasha Bayley feud, because I actually want to hear how they should break it down. So we'll save that for a little bit later. But
next match, Raw Tag Team titles, Woken, Matt Hardy, Bray Wyatt, champions versus the B Team.
Says Mela is money. However, I agree that it's strange to see Asuka lose to a kick after she's dominating for so long. Thank you. I mean, hey, like we say here at Kliqpod, we love everyone's opinions. Even if we don't agree with it, we love it. But thank you for agreeing that it's just nonsense to see the one kick. Like, let's see more to this. That kick is not sellable. So thank you for bringing that up. Appreciate it.
So this tag team match against the B Team, you would have to make the argument, in my opinion, that the B Team is going to take the title. However, they're not going to take the title.
No, I'm not making this argument. I need a win.
I'm just saying, bro. I know you need a win. My point is like, what's crazy about this is I like the gimmick. I like that they're playing the whole Woken Bray thing and all that shit. I think that's funny.
I think it's a heel run.
It might be. my thing though, I don't know. This whole Matt Hardy Woken thing, I'm okay with it, but it will never live up to the Broken Hype ever.
No.
And all WWE will ever do is just get hints at it, but they'll never fully execute. So I'm okay with them losing the title. I think it's fine, but they're not gonna. And it's because one reason I mentioned earlier to you when I saw on Twitter that the Young Bucks are putting a date on some sort of championship match. Bray and Matt. So that's my thought. It might be at All In. It might be something else. I don't know. I don't think it was a 2019. Oh, it was G1.
Yeah.
It was G1. It wasn't All In.
Oh, okay. So it is G1. Okay, the Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, it was a March thing.
Fire.
Yeah.
I know, yo. And that's definitely, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that on some separate stuff because I really wanted to dive into All In and MSG because that is going to be Kliqpod's goal for 2019 is to get to the G1 class.
That'd be insane. But at the end of the day, the Woken Matt Hardy and Bray Riot. I haven't done this.
That's what he should be called. Yeah, this is what he should be called though.
They're gonna walk away with the belts.
For me, man, I don't know. I'm torn on the Woken. Sometimes I really like it. Over the last 3 weeks, I have not. Part of it is because I have Matt Hardy on my fantasy team, and this fool keeps screwing me left and right. Dude, it's week after week with loss. So that's why I need the fix tonight. Matt, I need you to get the dub. Matter of fact, I need something spectacular to come out of this. I need you to get this dub and then come out on the SmackDown tag team match and give me another appearance. And somehow get thrown into that match real quick. You guys take that. So
dude, you already get a championship pay-per-view point.
I know, but I need more. We're on the comeback. But with that being said, man, I understand what you're saying. I agree. It'll never be as good as the Broken. I like some of the stuff they do. I'm just waiting for them to finally bring Brother Nero fully in. You can see Jeff's fully, he just hints at it all day. With that being said, I don't know. I think I actually picked Matt and Bray on my predictions. But I think I might change it up here, and I'm going to go with the undefeated streak continues, and we see the B team actually walk away tag champs tonight, and Justin's pretty pissed because he lost a lot of
points. Yo, tell me, what does WWE do to every undefeated streak?
Insane. I know. This isn't Tatanka, though. One finger Ludwig and shit. He fucking bullshit. The finger. That was the true finger attack.
You're right.
People call the Hogan Kevin. No. Finger Hogan. That's my ass.
Oh my god. All right, the next match we have is the Raw Women's Championship match. It is considered an Extreme Rules
stipulation of the night.
Yes, with Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax and Rowdy Ronda Rousey out in the crowd. You kick this one off. I'm not so sure how I feel about this one.
It's the blonde fucking era. What do I need to say, man? Don't get me wrong. If you guys don't watch our stuff regularly or you're new, thank you for tuning in. But with that being said, I absolutely love Alexa Bliss. But my issue is you have so much talent in the card. We've seen her as champ for so long. She doesn't need to be champ. I'm not saying Nia needs to be champ or Ronda needs to be champ. I've already discussed it. I think Sasha should be champ, but I digress. Yep. Tonight, this match has the best stipulation. It is literally named after the pay-per-view. Yep. It's a bummer because it's the only one. I honestly think this is very perfectly set up for Alexa to retain. I think somehow Nia's going to accidentally hit Ronda. It's going to set Ronda off. Ronda's going to be confronting Alexa face-to-face at the barricade. And then she's Alexa, is going to move at the last second. Nia hits fucking Ronda. It breaks down. And then all of a sudden we have an issue between Nia and Ronda. So you can move Ronda away from the championship right now. And then Alexa's going to win and then go do something else.
As you were explaining that, I can see it shot for shot because I know that been doing this shit a long time. We know how these things go down. I don't know. I don't really see Ronda being thrown back in the title picture. I think when you have to take your mind a step further in these scenarios and think to yourself, if WWE gave Ronda a title run, a quick title run, whatever, how does that affect morale in the back of all the other people who've been there day in, day out, working hard? I just don't think they're going to give it to Ronda anytime soon. That being said, I can absolutely see your scenario go down 100%. Ronda's a great babyface right now, only because she can just show up and that's all. That's all she can. That's really all she should do. She doesn't really need to talk.
No, she shouldn't talk. She is amazing. I just want to say, I was the biggest doubter of Ronda, and I will stay there. I don't like her outfit. I don't like how she presents herself with the smiles. What I do like is when she just gives the stare that I'm about to whoop your fucking ass.
Yeah.
And this girl, how much she has learned in such a little time, I guarantee you within the next year at Mania, I will want to see her in that. And I will feel she truly deserves that because she's going to have spectacular matches. I mean, who else can make a match with Nia Jax look almost like old school storytelling? She sells amazingly. I mean, you listen to Metzger or Meltzer, freaking, you listen to Pritchard, anybody. They all say, and I fully agree, she sells amazingly for how quick she's in there. When she worked with Nia, holy shit, man. When she had the bear hug on, it reminded me of like old school bear hugs where like, oh shit, I'm feeling it in my back. And the way she comes out of it, and then when she pumps up, and then you see her tossing Nia, like she's remarkable. But like you said, man, it's too early for a title run. You let Nia hit her, you take them away, that pulls her away from the title hunt, and then let Alexa
take her title. Yeah, I agree. But the other thing too is, I mean, wait a minute, you were pushing Alexa hard for a long time.
No, I love her. It's just I don't. This isn't the era to keep these fucking year-long fucking champions.
Fair.
Like I like good storylines, but there's too much. And Sasha deserves this, man. How many times has Alexa won both titles? She's SmackDown and Raw.
Sasha's like a 3-time champion already.
But what's her longest title reign? That's what I want to see. And like it just they need this. Her and Bayley need this more than Alexa.
Fair point.
Alexa is the goddess, man. Everybody loves looking at her. I've only met one person who didn't find her attractive and said she was a poodle. I was like, she's a poodle. She's the hottest fucking poodle I've ever seen. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. She's gorgeous. Okay? She got the booty. She's blonde. Like her in-ring ability, I'm not gonna say it's the greatest, but it's definitely above standard.
Sure. Yeah.
She's good on the promo. I mean, I don't like some of the storylines she's in, but that's not her fault. I can't blame the wrestler really for that. I can only blame the creator. People putting these people in these positions. But so yeah, I love Alexa. Don't get me wrong, but don't waste your talent. If you want to make it the women's revolution, then why is only one woman carrying it?
Agreed. And to that point, WWE, I know you're watching because we are the biggest podcast out there. So let JG and Mean Dean write your shit. If you allow Ronda Rousey to get into Nia Jax, you have effectively put her in a position to not only show up in an area of sport that you're not familiar with, and now you got to figure out who you're playing with, who your friends.
Yes.
She's made too many friends already.
Yes.
So now pit that against her. That shit writes itself. She could totally do that. I thought I was welcome here, but now I got to beat everybody back.
Yes. Oh my God. And how good is that? Like we could go all day about just this setup. I mean, if this plays out, first off, if Nia wins the title back, you really ruined it. I mean, yes, now technically you could give the title back to Nia and then Alexa and Ronda could do their thing. But I think that's going to take away from the Alexa fans because they don't want to see her lose it in that fashion. And I don't want to see her lose it in that fashion. What I'd rather see it happen, is Nia interfere with Ronda because right now we think they're on that respectable term. They're giving each other respect for the match. Nope, this is the breakdown, and then we continually see it. Like they show up at Raw and they're in a tag match, and then they get the win, but there's rough times, and then we slowly deteriorate this until boom. This is probably going to be your summer. That should be your SummerSlam matches, Nia versus Ronda, because technically it'd just be a rematch for Money in the Bank, which was a good match, especially because I don't think Nia is the best to work with in the ring due to a lot of things.
Yeah, but I mean,
Ronda can do it, and Ronda is the chick that makes you believe it. Like we've seen Ronda beat. I never say when Ronda's wrestling like, oh, you couldn't do this to Nia. Like when she cost her, I was like, yo, that's sick. You're showing your judo. Like this shit is coming out, and that armbar is just—it's
great. It's good. It's good. To finish this match off, I would have to say that I would agree Alexa's going to take her title. But WWE's got to stop fucking with the women's division.
Yeah,
because all they're doing is bringing people in character-wise and taking them back out. And it's like, let's throw this out on the line. Let's see if we catch a fish. No, don't. Let's not do that yet. Let's put some other bait on there and throw it out. No. Let's reel it back in. It's like, yo, if Nia's gonna be heel, let her be heel. If she's gonna be face, let her be face. Like, figure it the fuck out.
Oh yeah, man. And there's so many opportunities of things to do right now because you have women's tag team stables that you could be using right now to use some of the other talent in good fashion. Like,
I just
shout out to Ruby. Hey, get well quick.
Oh,
I want to
yeah.
see you back, girl.
Yes, I need Ruby Riot back. She's
Yeah,
on my fucking
she's amazing.
team. You know, though, you guys check me out on Twitch. I just built a women's WWE Intercontinental belt and tag team belt. So
That's something I would like to see as well. Is I
Yeah.
do think the women, not on both shows, just on one show, and I think you defend it between both shows.
thank you. Yep.
You need a mid card belt. That's what I think the women are lacking at this time. You need some kind of height.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, moving on from the women's championship match, the Raw one, we are moving into the United States Championship match between Shinsuke Nakamura, Jeff Hardy.
Why don't you kick this off, brother? I'm gonna get a little Merlot.
Sure. So, hello. Such a bitch. So, I know, right? I actually drank the whole bottle of wine. But Jeff Hardy, Shinsuke Nakamura. I'm loving the Shinsuke character. I loved it since the moment he hit the first low blow on AJ Styles. I think that this could go a long way, this match in particular. More so specifically because there's a title online, but also these are two very charismatic people. And with all my wrestling groups on Facebook that just debate the charisma of fucking Shinsuke Nakamura and how he has none, that he's basically seizures to a bunch of lights. I'm like, you're fucking high. You know what you're talking about. I mean, honestly, like at this point, this is going to be, in my opinion, the second best match on the card. And if I had to say so, there you go. Boom.
We don't fuck around.
And I would have to say that WWE's done Shinsuke dirty. Jeff Hardy's going to get set up with the broken Woken shit. I'd say they're going to take the title. I love foreign wrestlers holding the U.S. title.
Me too.
I do.
Me too.
And the Canadian
It's
ones
not
are
enough.
like okay,
It's
but
Canadian, you're damn near American.
yeah,
still.
basically,
Get out of here,
right?
bro.
But like
We're just our brothers to the north.
when you got
Sisters
Jinder, who's got the title, when you have fucking
Jinder didn't
Rusev
choke it, man. Jinder could have. Oh man. See, and they never played anything I said for fucking Jinder. That would have been so good.
Sure.
Damn, man. See, blown opportunities, man. You would have covered all his fucking flaws. All people would want to see him is get him destroyed. Plus, you're doing the whole huge, super pro-patriotic times right now. That would have been perfect. But we're not talking about that. For me, man, got huge expectations for this match. So, I think Jeff Hardy is probably one of the best workers you can have with somebody who's a strong style because he will take an ass beat. We have seen it. I mean, this dude will do it to himself. He doesn't need nobody else.
Yeah.
Not only that, I'm excited to see it, Shinsuke and him. When you started saying your ending, it got me thinking. When you started mentioning how you thought it was going to end, and you started mentioning the woke. What if, this is just a huge what if, obviously, chances are 0% it'll probably happen tonight, but just what if tonight, since Bray and Jeff just happened to be there, you have Shinsuke win, second Shinsuke win, lights go off, boom, something happens where Bray and Matt are taking Brother Nero to transform it and re-delete him.
I'm thinking along the exact same lines, but I'm actually thinking the U.S. title match will be before the tag team title match. I make Brother
Good
Nero.
call. I think it's reversed. Ooh, that would be fresh.
But I agree. I'm on the same level.
Ooh. But with that being said, I'm going to go with Shinsuke.
I think they need to give the title to Shinsuke. I think it's due. You know what I mean? He held the world title in NXT for a long time, and he just had these crazy great matches. And it's just like, I mean, he had great matches with Samoa Joe.
Yeah, man. Holy shit. Bobby Roode.
And that one was all right.
Yeah.
So
It was good, especially with the ending with Shinsuke still looking strong because we all know it was the fucking everything else that took out his leg.
yeah.
Freaking, but hold on. Before we get off this topic, you actually brought something really good up. Damn it. And what was it that I wanted to talk about with this? Not the Brother Nero. Some along the lines of shit. So, why do you think they're waiting so long to really give Shinsuke? Oh, no. It was about your group. So you say your group debates if Shinsuke has any
Charisma.
charisma. Hey, you guys out there, I want to know, what do you think? Do you think Shinsuke is charismatic or is he not? And if not, or just give your reasons why. But why do they say he's not charismatic? I mean, for me personally, without him being able to speak fluent English, I think it translates spectacularly with how little he says,
Yeah.
and he has the. I mean, because that's international sign
Absolutely.
language, I guess, or international language, sign language, right?
No, I don't know. I mean, I honestly, anytime Shinsuke talks, I always hang on to it. I'm like, I want to listen. I want to hear what he says. And it's not a lot, but it's important. And it's impactful to his character and to what he's doing. I mean, even just saying he doesn't speak English, like that shit was funny.
No English.
That shit was so
That's
good.
so
I mean,
good.
He played it off so well.
And then Renee's like, yo, we know you clearly speak English. He's like, no English. Like, dude, that is so good, man. And I don't know, man. I think they're both very, I think that's what's so great about this match tonight is that you have two extremely charismatic wrestlers. Shinsuke is a very unique individual. Matt Hardy, or Jeff Hardy, as we all know, fucking extremely unique. For fuck's sake, man. Like, he creeps me out with them eyes over his eyes. I'm like, nigga, can you just not do that? Just keep them open. Then he opens them in this regular eyes. He's got a quick contact lens. Like, dude, you were freaking me out.
He rolled with that same type of stuff before he turned into.
It
wasn't Nero though. It was who's his other character?
Willow. Yeah,
I like
Willow.
I
Willow
thought he
wasn't bad.
freaky, yeah.
It's different. I think he's a character that you could do some very unique things, like a Kane style.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk. Oh God, we're close to talking.
Well,
about
yeah,
this.
no. Let's talk about who's gonna wait. Who did you say is gonna win the U.S. Championship match? Shinsuke.
Oh, Shinsuke all day.
So let's go to the next match, the return of Team.
Time out.
Okay,
I actually just thought about something. You know, I've picked Shinsuke in every fucking match, and he's lost.
Let's reverse it.
I'm reversing this. I'm picking Jeff Hardy for the win. So hopefully my reversal gives Shinsuke the luck. And who is Shinsuke in ours?
Cameron does.
Damn, I'm gonna have to get that trade off him.
I don't know, man. That's
I know he needs it, yeah, because he's got part timers on there.
Yeah.
That's where he got jumped. I was like, why'd you pick Brock? Man, I get it, but I mean that's an automatic win.
He picked his people.
No, I like it.
I was like, he got Brock and Cena. I'm like,
yeah. Thought he was gonna get Rousey for a second too, and I was gonna be like, dude, bro, you have three part timers. Like, you're gonna have huge pay per view numbers, bro.
He's got Team Hell No tonight.
Oh yeah, shit.
So speaking of the return of Team Hell No versus the Bludgeon Brothers, kick this one off. I have some type on shit.
I hate the fucking nostalgia act. I don't give a shit, man. This shit is over and done, yo. Once Glenn Jacobs won his fucking mayor of his county, I was done. It was that simple for me. That's when the kayfabe ended. It's like I talked about on the Monday Night Raw review how I feel it's different between The Undertaker and Kane. The reason we still see The Undertaker as The Undertaker and people don't really see him as Mark Calloway is because even on Twitter in his private life, it stays very Undertaker-ish because he's so secretive.
Yeah.
I mean, recently, yes, Michelle's been posting more shit about him, but still, it's his wife posting it. It's not him specifically.
Sure. Yeah.
Glenn Jacobs is an actual human being to us at this point. I mean, not only have we seen him do the corporate gimmick, which he was not hell raising then, he literally won mayor for his county, which shout out to you. I mean, that is awesome. That is a huge accomplishment. I am taking nothing away from you. This is just specifically dealing with how it reverts back to Kane. With the Kane character, the second these things happen, you lose the kayfabe, so he's not Kane. I don't care if you put on the mask with the wig, and I don't care if you have pyros going through your whole fucking match, and then all of a sudden you're like, we're gonna do an on-the-spot Inferno match tonight. Like, you're not Kane, you're Glenn Jacobs. You're not the Taker. The Taker is mythology. Like, he will go down in history for the WWE probably as one of the, if you really think about it, one of the most gimmicky characters.
Yeah.
But something that worked so perfect that became a mythological being.
Agreed. Well, who's winning?
Team Hell No. Fuck, man. The fucking,
Can't really see it any other way.
Unfortunately, I want to see the Bludgeoning Brothers. I mean, I love their promo with Sanity, where Sanity was talking, Eric Young's doing the creepy prophet thing, and they walk up. Like, that's great. They're doing great things. But if you're coming back with a nostalgia act, you're trying to hit while it's hot. Plus, with the Fox deal, They said they want superstars, and what better than to have a superstar tag team?
Yeah, exactly. That's true. You know, I'd have to say, to your point, I agree with the whole kayfabe thing being over. And also, like, I can't really fault creative for this because I know, well, specifically Daniel Bryan's made it very known that Glenn Jacobs is like, he thinks he is a wrestling genius.
Yeah.
And that they're great friends and all
Yeah,
stuff.
I
So
know.
I'm sure if they just connected, they're like, we should do that again, and then it just happened. You know what I mean? So
Vince is like, I love it.
yeah, probably. So I would agree with that. I think it's kind of played out, but you know, it is what it is. It's another reunion match. And to be honest with you, I'm not up on the Bludgeon Brothers. I haven't been ever since they ran their first promo to introduce them. I'm just not. I'm a Harper fan. I'm just not a Bludgeon Brothers fan. And I don't like the name. I think the hammers are fucking stupid. I mean, the outfits are like really ugly giant Hardys, and it's like I just don't.
Damn, that's a good way to put that too, giant ugly part.
I don't get it. Like I don't get it. They're trying to push something. They're trying to make chicken salad out of chicken shit, and sometimes they can, sometimes they can't. I mean, it's fine. I'm not saying they're not due for a champion. I'm not saying they're not. They shouldn't have the belts. They should. I'm just letting them do their thing and then fucking get off the TV screen because I'm kind of over it.
Yeah, they'll probably be awoken someday.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Braun could fit right into that too.
Time out, man. To have a 5-man stable like the old school days, that's what's missing, man.
I agree.
That's what's missing is your stables aren't big enough. Your biggest stables are 3 deep. You need 5-man stables. Not only so you can mix it up consistently in your match segments, but dude, you have interference from different dudes, so it's always staying fresh. When you only have 3, it's kind of like, okay, so the extra person, unless it's a New Day or something like that. You know, if it's a heel, they're gonna interfere whoever the hell they are. I don't know, man. That'd be kind of, I don't know. We'll talk about that another day.
Yeah, but I'm with you, man. Team Hell No takes the title. Don't see any reason for the Bludgeon Brothers to keep them. They've already done their run with the Usos, and Sanity is already starting to like. They're not there enough to make waves in the title.
Yeah, no.
So.
You got a lot of fools to prove shit against. I mean, you still got to go up against the Usos in a big match, too, man.
Plus, I think American Alpha is going to make some sort of return soon, so they'll probably be on SmackDown.
They will.
Yeah.
And then, not only that, man, I mean, you got other teams you're pushing and shit over there, too. So, I don't know. It's just, the tag team division is just really floundering.
Agreed.
And that I will blame on creative.
And they don't do anything with it either. Like, when you take major tag teams out of NXT, like, why aren't you holding them up? Like, the Revival is barely being revived.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
I mean, and I thought that they were a super over tag team. In NXT. I mean, American Alpha was crazy over too.
Well, it's NXT. That's the key word. Which brings me up, man. So you have 2 matches tonight, right? This is supposed to be Extreme Rules. So Extreme Rules pay-per-view should have stipulations on a match. Is one of these 2 tag team matches not the perfect fucking area to put in the stipulation of a Texas Tornado match?
I love that.
With all 4 wrestlers, it's not a super crazy stipulation where it's like no DQ or anything like that. It's a very basic. It's just we see all 4 in the ring at the same time.
I'd say with the competitors that are in there, I'd say no. Only because Matt
they work
and Ray
so slow.
are a little bit bigger than the B team.
See, but you could drag. See, what I think though is you could drag Harper and Kane somewhere.
Sure. Yeah.
Or not Harper. Rowan and Kane somewhere, and then just have Daniel and Bryan work most of the match, with Daniel getting his ass beat, and then some crazy push. But the other thing that bugs me about Team Hell No is they have no real finisher, man. Like if you're this established as nostalgic team, where's your finisher?
You remember back in the day, like way back in the day, they'd actually create tag teams, run with them for a while, regardless of the choice they made. So like back then they dealt with their choice. They're like, this is the choice. They're going to be over. If they're not, we're going to run with it for a year.
Yep.
That's what we have planned. So now they've built a package with tag teams that are like, this is your name, this is your name, this is what you're known by, and here is your theme music. Not, hey, let's take both your theme musics and smash them together.
Oh, that was so good too, especially when you got a good crossover and shit.
Yeah, but it's just like I don't know, man. Like I miss the days where it was like
Stone Cold and Rock. Stone Cold's fucking bottle of breaking the rocks fucking with me. Stone Cold's fucking glass break is like fire anybody up doing anything. You can make. Or what about for like who's my favorite team that did that. We'll save that for another.
Yeah.
I mean, we're here for predictions. Though. That was a great one. Though.
Next match, though, got to give it up to Drew.
Oh shit! Yeah, this is fire. This is fire.
Dolph Ziggler, Seth Rollins, 30-minute Iron Man match. I'm okay with the 30 minutes, and I think they should do smaller Iron Man matches. I think there's a lot to that because you could be like, I'm gonna beat this person in this amount of time. I mean, shit, they did that in ECW all the time. Taz was like, I'll tap you out in 5 minutes. So now let's put up a.
Those I think are funner because I think those are challenges. Those are amazing.
Yeah.
I think an Iron Man match to me, the reason I have a problem with 30 minutes is it's so sacred. Like, yo, it's the full 60, man. You wrestling for 30 minutes does not show me you are an in-ring god.
So you're basically spitting in Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels' face.
No, they had an hour.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Not you.
Them. Yes. I was like, wait, no, I love Bret and Shawn's. That's one of the greatest matches of all time to me. Man, and we just seen Seth go for 60 minutes in the Gauntlet tourney. Wasn't the Gauntlet tourney no, it was the Battle Royal, right? Or was it?
What was the Gauntlet?
Okay, so it was the Gauntlet, and then we know Dolph has this in him. Dolph is the man of stamina. Like, that's why you see Dolph paced so highly. Yeah. Like, so high-paced in matches. He can go. I think if you gave them an hour, this would literally remind you of Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels. And even though their careers are already here, dude, it would shoot them to where creative would be like, dude, we truly need to focus around these guys. Yeah. Like, these guys have a true grudge, and we can do phenomenal things. Because I want to see, like, I want to hear we got 30 minutes left. Like, that was one of the most exciting parts of the original Iron Man match to me is like, holy shit,
countdown,
like,
God, like
45, 30, 15, and then from 10, and then they can start doing it individually. And you're like, oh shit. And we all know how this is going to end. They're going to probably be tied, and then somebody's going to pull off the tiebreaker at the end. Or this might even end tied so they can keep the belt on Dolph.
Do something new. I mean, Drew McIntyre won that match on Monday Night Raw.
Well, I know. He's got to be interfering somewhere. I think he will be the deciding factor.
And that might break Drew. And I hate to say this because I know some people really like the Dolph dynamic. But if you're going to break Drew off, I think it'd be great to do it tonight when you get the final disqualification on Dolph, where the belt goes to Seth, and then Dolph is now like, what the fuck, Drew? Like,
that's right, because that still counts as a fucking a point. Well, a win. Yeah. Damn, man. That is fucking genius, man.
I guess the way to
see,
do it,
I was feeling if Dolph doesn't win, this is how you break it. Dolph doesn't win. We've seen in previous weeks, Dolph had to get carried out on fucking Drew McIntyre's shoulders. Yep. Drew fucking lost the match, Drew lost the match because of Dolph. Like, you have Dolph lose tonight. Come out on Monday night. Drew's like, dude, I'm done. I'm here to prove a fucking point. All you seem to do is fucking lose.
Yeah.
Play more to your face. Damn, because I would love to see their intensity against each other too as well. But man, I got high expectations for this match tonight. This should be, if not match of the night, second best match of the night.
I would agree. I'd say this is going to be match of the night.
I'm just hesitant because I think Rusev and AJ got something special planned.
I agree.
We about to see like we about to see fucking Brock Lesnar when he does the gainer and shit. Fucking he didn't do a moonsault. Shooting star press. There we go. Thank you. We're gonna see some Rusev shooting star press shit tonight.
But listen, here's my theory. This match. Well, first of all, this is one of those I'm guessing with my heart and not my head because I have Seth Rollins on my team, who's my number one pick in fantasy.
Oh, nice.
Seth's got to win the title tonight. That's like 30 points by itself.
Who's got Rusev? Megan? Oh, Vern?
Shit.
Wait. It's got to be one of the two I picked because I know I picked Rusev Day for one of them. It's not me, unfortunately.
Who does have Rusev? That's a good question. I don't know.
Steven, tune in and tell us who's got Rusev. You probably know all the lineups.
So, I would have to, I mean, what does Seth have to gain by winning the Intercontinental title?
Nothing. But what does Dolph have to gain by retaining? Nothing. What it is it's just really a great mid fucking title card match.
Seth with the dub is going to burn it down. Done.
I got Dolph retaining, actually, crazily enough. I got Dolph and Drew not breaking up tonight, and Drew's going to play the deciding factor. We go into Monday night, and then we build the build for Drew toward the Universal title, so that way we could have
I
them.
can see that easily.
I want to see them as Universal, Intercontinental, and Tag Team champions all at once. I just
Are
think,
those the guys
and bring
that
in
do it,
Heyman,
though?
and bring in Heyman.
Yeah. Are those the guys that do it though?
No, there's ones out there though. There's ones out there.
I'd like to see actually. I'd like to see like.
I want a stable dominating it. I want a nation like when the nation was on top or DX was on top, and like those were. All right, so the certain points that I missed to the old square, things like that. Like we don't see really dominant factions and stables. We see 3-man team like the New Day, the Riot Squad, things. Shit, what was Mandy Roses and their shit? Absolution.
Yeah.
Freaking we not Absolution.
Yeah, it's Absolution.
But we see stuff like that. But what I want to see is like the 5-man groups where you got, your mouth, who was an old school wrestler who no longer wrestles, but he knows all the inside tricks, like your Ravishing Rick Rude. And then you got your 4 wrestlers, and they carry like what we're seeing in NXT, man, with Adam Cole being the what is their
mouth of their undisputed era.
Yeah, but they got the belts. They're running it.
Yeah, they got.
And that's what I want to see on
North
our
America
card.
belt for Cole, and then they Roderick Strong
And what's his name?
O'Reilly.
Because that's when Roderick Strong came out at the pay-per-view and was like, and everybody's like,
good.
oh, she's about to. No, oh shit. NXT is so good, man, with what they do, man. But see, that's what we're missing is the old school stables, man. If we can get the old school stables where they're running the show, I think it just bring a little more excitement.
I'm still standing by my.
Seth Rollins.
Now, well, yeah, but
Go Dolph.
my WWE 2K team stable, Nation of Truth.
Oh, that's fire.
Booker T is the mouthpiece. Xavier, R-Truth, Apollo Crews. So I changed all their names. So Apollo Crews is just Apollo.
Oh,
Xavier Woods is just Creed.
That would. He's so good too.
R-Truth is just Truth. And then you got.
That's such a good stable, man.
And then this time.
But you got to have the WWE does a lot of things on racial standards. So let's just keep this even. Yeah. Who's the white crew that's going to go against it? Because it was Nation versus the X.
Well, it was also like.
These are tons of black people.
No, it's true because the Nation. Remember, the Nation also fought DOA.
Oh yeah. Dead
on
arrival.
Yeah,
dude. The moves were garbage. 8-Ball and what was the brothers' name?
Oh yeah,
8-Ball and they were bums.
Yo, but remember when Crush was a part of Nation of Domination?
Yeah, dude. That's what I was gonna say. Who's gonna be your token white guy in the group, dude?
Token white? I don't know yet. I haven't got.
You gotta have a token white guy. That's what makes the best stables is when you have the oddball in there, dude. But please do not ever bring back a stable like freaking the what was it? The BWL.
Talking about the BWO?
Blue World Order. I don't love them fools. I don't love them. Don't bring that stable back, please, God. No.
All right, guys. Next match.
What is next? Shit.
Roman Reigns versus Bobby Lashley. I'd like to open this one up because I know how you feel.
Yeah, you're good. This is all you, brother.
Me and JG feel a little differently about this one.
I gotta tell you guys, man. See, that's why we are Kliqpods, because as you guys can tell, we don't agree on a lot, man. We just understand and know how to come to conclusions and discuss things rationally.
Fair. So, of course. So Bobby Lashley, I would say, was outright. He's never been good on the mic. TNA did him right by not giving him a mic too much. That's fine. Just it was all pure athletics, and that's cool. Roman Reigns, again, not great on the mic. I don't like this placating to the crowd. If he just wanted to come out, say you wanted to call some guy out, just fucking say you're gonna call him out, and that's all you gotta say. You don't need to say, "What do you think, Boston?" Like, fuck you, dude. Come on. Yeah, you don't need to do that. All right, so Roman Reigns, Bobby Lashley, both terrible on the mic. Both great athletes, in my opinion. Here's my thing, though. The build for this match, I think, has been one of the better ones for what we say mid-card. I'm only saying mid-card because I don't know where it's going to be. I'm sure JG has plenty to say on that. Mid-card match that is not an official championship finishing match, I think is one of the better builds. I'm only saying that because they put time and investment and TV time into it and money into it, which I'm good with, as long as it's under the right circumstance. I'm not saying this is the right circumstance. What I'm saying is that they put two guys together, two athletes. They talk shit about each other, which was okay, and now they're going to go fight. And I think sometimes the story just needs to be as simple as that. I'm cool with the whole breaking things up and having the whole roster out. What I don't like about that is how you got fucking AOP out there trying to break somebody up. AOP is like going to be one of your best fucking tag teams.
AOP
like
is the future.
You don't need these guys, these ultra heels, to go out there and like try to break somebody, brawl up. That's fucking dumb. But I think for my money's worth, I think it'll be a decent match. I hope it's not the finisher, but I think it will be a decent match. But not anything more than decent, only because things can get a little still for both ends of the ring now. Winner for me, it's going to be Roman. I don't see why they put Bobby over right now. Bobby's not at that point yet, and he has to pay his dues after going to TNA. But then again, if Bobby goes over, that makes the match that much better. But it'll just be Roman, and that's it.
Now, y'all already know how I feel, man. I actually don't want to fucking rant and rave about this. If you want to hear me rant and rave, man, you can watch every fucking Monday Night Raw review fucking probably in the existence of me doing this damn show. Fuck, man. Like, they're both big dudes. Neither one can fucking lead. So, already there, they failed. It's going to be a lot of high octane moves. That's fine. You made Brock and Roman work. Not saying Roman's a horrible fucking worker. I mean, a lot of it that I don't like the push. I don't know, man. It's gonna be a fucking Bobby Lashley and fucking Roman match. You're gonna see some spears. You're gonna see fucking some big men. 12,
like 15,
12 to 30. I don't know.
It's good. They're gonna overplay it.
Yeah. Then we're gonna see like 7 moves total out of fucking Roman Reigns. If we ever see that ugly ass famouser that he did to fucking whoever on Monday night, I forget who it was. When you know what I'm talking about, when he's coming through the rope and that fool just does a faint. That is the ugliest shit ever. That looked like Cena coming off the ropes for the first time, dude.
Awful.
I was like so flat, probably broke his tailbone and shit. Like, please no. Just, do what you do. Honestly, how I want to see this, if I had to build this match in my mind, this is how I'd start. Roman fucking enters first. Lashley comes out while the dude's still announcing it, because you know they're going to get the big entrance. While he's fucking doing the entrance, Roman just runs over there. Fucking Superman punches his face off. They fall out of the ring. Let them do some work outside, run each other through barricades and shit for a minute, show how big and strong they are. Get back in the ring, let Roman finish this up. This match, honestly, should be like 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, I think it's probably less. But at the same time, like I would be okay if they started it on the ramp. I think that's the way two big guys should do it. But you're right. I mean, it will be a lot of like barricade breaking.
Yeah, it's going to be that, man.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even be surprised if one of them spears the other one through the fucking Titantron up the top of the ramp. Or whatever kind of screen they're showing.
Visualizing it, I think it'd be kind of cool.
I'm not saying it wouldn't, but I'm saying, like, I can, like, I feel I can write this match.
Yeah, you're right.
But the thing I do lack is I don't think WWE is going to write this match correct. I think they're going to try to keep it in the ring, keep it in the, like, and they're not, neither one of them are wrestlers that I think you should keep in the ring. Yes, Bobby has the amateur background, but what we see from his moveset is so huge and explosive. They're barricade breakers. That's the best way I could describe these two without being super negative and shit. And I'm trying to be very, very fair on this right now.
You're right. You did much better than I thought.
As the win, shit. What else? It's the agenda. Yeah, man. Come on. There's rumors that at Survivor SummerSlam it's going to be him and Brock again. So
well, whatever. I mean,
just get the title on him, man. Yeah. I said already, get the title on him.
Right.
Fucking show in India, and then let's just move on, man. I don't give a shit. I just want to get this reign over.
I would agree. The only thing that
intended.
could go, and I'm not a Roman hater. I think he's a good athlete. I think when he gets intense, I think that's his best moments, when he gets crazy and shit. But honestly, like, put the belt on him. I absolutely agree.
Yeah, get it done.
But do not fuck with him at Rumble. I think the only way you can fuck Roman Reigns up right now is by pushing him at a Rumble or something.
Yeah.
We already know he's going to headline Mania. We already know he's going to headline SummerSlam and all stuff. But do not fucking push him.
Yeah, don't push him at Rumble. No, have the championship on him already. Let him be the champion going into Rumble.
Agreed. Yeah.
Let the storyline end around Survivor Series with the sympathy for fucking Roman. But something I want to talk about real quick while we're on this fucking topic. I was listening to JD, and it's always like, I start thinking about what I want to say, but then you get on something that I like so good that I lose my concentration. But what? Oh, okay. So what if we haven't heard nothing about Brock, right? We know he's going to be at SummerSlam. That is confirmed. Heard that from at JD from NY206. If you don't listen to him, like I always say, the fuck you doing with your life? He's amazing. But with that being said, what if we actually see a Brock appearance? What if he shows up and actually interferes and destroys both these two in this match? And what if it's actually the build up to a three-way at fucking SummerSlam?
Well, I think that's okay, but my thing is like, why? Like, Vince would have to pay him quite a bit of money, take him out of his training to get him to make one appearance.
No, he's good. He's not. He can't fight Daniel anytime soon. So
well, I know that, but
he's got to do the USADA and dude.
Yeah.
They. So I watched the Joe Rogan show, and obviously Joe Rogan, UFC is huge, waiting for the Brock return. He's talking about it. Or maybe it was Dana that I heard say it, but they said some anonymous person into the USADA program finally as like a Mr. X, Mr. Double X or some shit. I was like, I bet you that's Brock, dude.
Probably, yeah.
But,
I mean, I like the idea. I think the idea is good. I just don't see him. If he wasn't gonna defend his title on his pay-per-view, I don't see him showing up.
I just don't see this storyline getting to that. That's the thing. I'm like, for me, that's the only way. I guess you. Honestly, that's how you would kind of get me interested in this match, because then I get the idea. Because not for character wise, but just for match preference, I would love to see Lashley and Brock, because actual MMA background, everything like that. And then you throw Roman in there with his big moves, everything like that. I'm fine with it. The thing that would irritate me in the match is when Roman drops 3 fucking Superman punches on both, and they're both knocked the fuck out. And I'm like, what are you fucking talking about? Like, can you knock out Cain Velasquez?
Yeah. And they have shoot throws in Japanese wrestling, not New Japan, but actual Japanese wrestling. I mean, if you ever go back and YouTube Hideo Itami's matches as Kenta, which again, WWE 2K18, that's what I have him as Kenta. But if you ever go watch that, they're throwing fists, they're punching each other in the face until somebody falls down. That's what they do.
I'm so glad you brought that up. I've been watching this little series on YouTube called Martial Artist Frauds Caught or whatever. And one of the dudes, how he got famous is he went over to Japan to the shoot fighting. Like, it looks like you're really fighting these fools, but it's wrestling. Like, scripted, everything like that. But this fool came back to the States and tried to use that as how good of a karate teacher he was. But the funny thing is, he actually beat Ken Shamrock for the championship over there. Like these shitty jabs and this flat ass kick that in real life, Ken Shamrock was not gonna drop to. But I mean, it's just crazy that you bring that up. That they're over. Yeah, I just finally learned about that. I'm like, damn, I didn't know fools like really shot by like that.
Well, my point is, Lashley and Brock can do something similar.
No, that'd be great, man. And these fools, you could. Dude, I'm telling you, you could bring back the Lions Den match with these two. People would watch it, be like, yo, fuck that. Instead of defending that shit, oh, you think Brock, since he's going to fight Daniel and he's the one that's actually in UFC and Lashley's the one that's in Bellator, Brock just look at him and be like, dude, you think you could beat me? What about we just really set up an octagon and we go at it?
Honestly, even if they kept in the ring with Brock and Lashley, if Brock wanted to get over for his fight with the UFC against DC, like, why not literally beat the shit out of Bobby Lashley?
And what if it ended up like Bart Gunn and fucking Dr. Death with Lashley knocking out Leslie? Or Leslie, sorry,
Lashley. His name would be Leslie after, right? So
Lashley knocking out Brock. How crazy would that be? Do you think Dana would stop contract conversations with Brock and be like, no, I'm going with Lashley?
Right, that'd be cool though, but that's too scripted.
What if we could ever see Bobby Lashley and Brock really do it in the UFC? Because now that Lashley's back, Vince and Dana are really close. Like, Dana looks up to Vince. He actually built the fucking design for the business of the UFC after the WWE.
That's true.
That's why you have crazy fucks that yell crazy shit, and he's cool with it. And he just smiles and laughs. Like,
my only problem with that is that Dana is thriving in the 21st century, and Vince McMahon is not.
He is actually not. Dana is actually down right now. UFC is hitting some of its lowest numbers at this time.
True, but
that's why they want this Brock fight so bad.
During the time that WWE was going down, UFC was adding women.
They were
doing all sorts of shit.
What if you promote this as a traditional UFC fight? Okay? there'd be no title on the line. Sure. It's just straight up UFC fight. We'll give you championship rules, so it's 5 rounds. But it's actually on a WWE pay-per-view. Completely different arena where they have simultaneously a pay-per-view going and a fight card going. And the main event of both is the Lashley Lesnar match.
That'd be great.
Like, and it was done at the UFC arena, so we know there's no scripting behind it. That's why it's completely away from the arena. The people that are in the arena just have to watch it with fucking Titantron like the rest of the world.
We also got to figure with Fox's contract, they have UFC and
no, UFC is leaving now.
Are they?
Yeah. So when Fox bought when Fox bought WWE, that was the end of the UFC negotiation.
Gotcha.
So now they're going to NBC. Back to NBC and all that shit.
Well,
that's crazy.
That is crazy.
That would be cool, man. Though, but how cool would that be? Simultaneous a UFC card and a pay-per-view card, with the main match being the same, but it's at the UFC location, and it's an actual fight. And yeah, no, fuck that. We could even do, instead of having the UFC belt on the line, because I doubt either one of them will have it.
Right.
It'd just be the fucking Universal Championship. And we
crazy.
see a real, like, knockout submission for the win.
That'd be insane.
Damn, that would be too nuts, man. Hey, Dana, Vince, if you listening, man, I think that's money gold shit right there. I'm just saying, man, you could hire. I don't know why they ain't hiring us.
Yeah.
How do I get their number? Hey,
Director.
Furtada Brothers, yo, give us a loan and we'll start some shit even better.
Yep. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the greatest commentators in the world, but you're looking at them.
That's a fact.
Yeah, you don't need those other punk ass bitches.
Just like Bane. I don't fuck around. I know. See, my life is full of heels, dude.
That's true.
Tom Brady is the heel to the world. Bane, the heel. Come on. Randy Orton, the heel. Bret Hart's like the only non-real heel in my life.
I don't know. Bret Hart went out as the heel.
Oh yeah, when he went to Canada, when he went all support Canada, that was fire though.
So good.
That was like one of the best. Cause he's so good. He did a double. He did a double fucking turn in one night. All right, we digress.
Yeah,
we'll talk about this on some other shit. Like, holy shit.
Last match, AJ Styles for the World Championship, fighting Rusev. What do you think, man?
Happy Rusev Day! All right, now my brain tells me AJ probably walk away with the championship, but I'm going off hard completely in this. We're gonna see a new fucking championship Tuesday night. We're gonna come out to the Happy Rusev Day celebration with brand new Rusev Day shirts. The belt's gonna be the same, so no excitement there. But with that said, man, yeah, I definitely want to see Rusev pull it out. I think he's hot. Regardless if AJ wins or loses tonight, it's not going to change anything. Everybody knows AJ is AJ. This sets you up so AJ already has a storyline going into SummerSlam. Because what are you going to do? Go back to Shinsuke again? Like, that's all he had previously before that for like 4 months. Like, you have no real thing for AJ to do going into SummerSlam. And then what are you going to do? Make a storyline within a month or two and just throw this out? Don't do that. Just let Rusev win it. Rusev just keeps avoiding. Aiden English keeps speaking for him, you know. Actually, I like Rusev's promos. I think he does really good, man. Like, I don't know, but I think you could work this to where we could see them again at SummerSlam. You don't have to start a new storyline for AJ. You could actually build this. And the fans fucking love Rusev Day. So why not, for once, just give the fans something they might want to see for a second. It might surprise you.
So I want to backtrack just a little bit because I want to save it to the end, but now I'm not so sure. I think Dean Ambrose is going to make his return tonight.
Damn, I was even thinking about that bum.
I think that I've seen like pictures and stuff where they're saying he's getting ready, like on that ready.
He's banging out every day, probably.
Yeah, which is fine. It's plenty of exercise, a lot of cardio.
Healthy, man. Healthy practice.
So my thing is like, if you're going to bring back Dean, you insert him into the world title match, not insert him in, you insert him into the world title storyline right away because Rusev and Dean Ambrose for the championship is a pretty good story, right? But I don't think they do that. So now if I had to retract a little bit and go back, they're going to turn on Roman or he's going to go babyface with Seth. But speaking of AJ,
why not turn on Seth and Seth wins the title tonight?
I just don't.
I don't want to see the storyline again. Yeah, now that we're
they've done
saying
it
I don't
before.
want to see it.
And they did. It was good.
It was good. It's just not something I'm ready for now.
Thank you. It would be much more effective if we turned on Roman.
Yeah.
But that being said,
or Roman turned on Seth finally.
Some. Yeah. I mean,
dude, you want to give me a hard on?
No,
that wouldn't give me a hard on anyways. But if you turn Roman heel, I'd probably fucking. I don't know. I have to think about that. We've already done the topic thing.
Yeah. So yeah, I was thinking he was gonna maybe get inserted into the world title storyline. I think Rusev is gonna win. I think AJ's done, and that's cool. I mean, just like you said, AJ's arguably the most over. Yeah, he's arguably the most over wrestler ever.
Yeah,
which is fine. But so he could have a title, not have a title. He could always produce great matches. So
I think you honestly take AJ off the board for a while after tonight. Have some kayfabe injury, give him like a month or two off. He's been doing so much work in so many great matches.
Agreed.
Give him a little bit of time off, and then, what if you had Dean Ambrose comes out, he interferes with the match in favor of AJ. Okay, but somehow Aiden English pulls his head out of his ass, is able, he does like one of those like Jimmy Hart moves where he grabs the ankle and just lays there, holding his full leg while he's trying to get in. Rusev wins the belt, just staring directly at Ambrose. He does the fucking camel clutch, or the accolade for him. Yeah, the accolade for him. He does that till the point where we can get a kayfabe injury for fucking AJ. AJ goes out for a couple months, give him a break. He's done enough. He earns a little bit of a vacation. Not only that, when he returns, dudes are gonna fucking lose their minds. It's gonna be like Royal Rumble all over. But not only that, you could build a Rusev fucking Ambrose fucking gimmick and keep Ambrose sitting there. Agree? Or a fucking babyface.
He could. I think Ambrose would be
yeah, me too. I think you could actually make him a heel.
Rusev is now the
babyface. Yeah. Aiden's not though. Aiden's a putz. He is.
Well, I think Rusev's gonna walk away with it too.
Woo! Too fucking sweet. Boom! Damn, you're about to see Bash at the Beast '96 all over again, suckers.
Yo, you just set them up for like the worst expectation ever. Like, they're not gonna see Bash at the Beast.
What if they did, bro? You don't even know what could happen tonight. Maybe we got fucking special letters out to Vince. Maybe we see Kenny Omega. Yeah, right, dude. I would shit myself. I would literally record a fucking
Kenny Omega.
I'd probably be crying, dude. If the day Omega shows up on fucking WWE, I will go live and let y'all see the instant reaction. I will probably cry, shit myself, piss myself from enjoyment.
The day Omega shows up on WWE programming is when the independent scene's gonna get bigger.
Yeah, independent scene's huge. Yo, so you guys have been great, man. Thank you guys for sitting through this with us. Something like that. Yeah, man. I mean, damn, we've been going hard, man. Hour and a half, man. It don't even feel like that, too. We'd be wasting time, man, not recording together. But we're going to try to figure this out, guys. That's why he's here today. We're going to try to figure a couple things out. But with that being said, man, this is the motherfucker right here, Mean Dean, man. It's so good to see Hulk Hogan finally return. And, yeah, you're Hogan. You're running it. No, NWO Hogan. He's definitely not a racist. He's coming out to Jimmy. He's coming out to Jimi Hendrix with Dennis Rodman. We know he's not a racist.
I can strum the bell.
He let Rodman strum it while he was holding it. He's definitely not a racist. So anybody who says fucking Hogan's a racist, do we not think about how he was with a transsexual and cool with it? Let's not get into that. Let's not fuck politics. Anyways, man. You guys are awesome, man. I can't thank you guys enough for sitting through this. I'm a little buzzed now. Shit. And now we got to still record something else. So with that being said, man, I'm going to let this dude close it out. But I just want to say, as always, kick ass, take names. Peace.
Thanks for being back in the loop with me. Thank you guys for watching the Extreme Rules pre-show, prediction show. Kliqpod, Kliq Podcast, Kliqpod everything, right? All read everything with Kliqpod everything. Patreon, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, iTunes, Facebook. You fucking just put our name in a Google search. Ask Jeeves if it's still around. Yeah. Ask Jeeves. He knows what Kliq Podcast is.
Yo, Google even got. Just type in the Kliqpod. We're literally everything it'll post.
Hopefully y'all enjoy the show. We out.
Shout out to WWE forever for participating. Thank you.
You know they're watching. Boom.